Hello everybody and welcome back here to Casual Gamer Oz as we continue our second season on Career Mode F1 2017. We are into round, what are we at? 9, thank you Ben, the Red Bull Ring, Silberg in Austria. And Ben Waterworth is my name, Ben Waterworth is the driver's name for Toro, Rosso, and we're about to get into qualifying here. Our best ever qualifying position here in Austria was 7th last season. And with lowest qualifying is actually 13th in Season 2 on F1 2016. So it's actually a pretty decent track. One that I feel I've always underperformed in. Got a 4th place here on our first season on F1 2017. But we'll see if we can make our way up the grid. 7th, as I said last year, they only want us to be in the top 15. So let's see how we handle our home race for Toro Rosso. Well, sort of. They're more Italian. Red Bull, of course, is Austrian. It's the Red Bull Ring. But Toro Rosso technically more Italian than Austrian. I think when Vettel won, it was the Italian national anthem, was it not? Somebody can correct me on that. Anyway, we are quite close to Hamilton here, but according to the times, we're like down in 13th. Find that fascinating. Anyway, we might be on for our lowest ever qualifying here in Austria. 15th at the moment. Bit disappointing. The pace has dropped away here in the Red Bull Ring. Whoa! And that's going to cost me time. Am I going to hold on to our goal of 15th? I will. Well, you're happy with that, Jeff, but that's our lowest ever qualifying in Austria. I'm not happy with that. Anyway, hopefully we can survive a lap. We haven't survived in terms of our DNFs. They've all just been off, not surviving a lap. Anyway, let's get into the race. And we're going to do that now. So yeah, as I mentioned, best finish here, 4th place. And that was in the Season 1 of F1 2017. Now we should get enough upgrade points here to potentially fit something on the car here, I feel. I think we need to get 800 from memory. We're obviously working on the power unit. Which will help us moving forward into Belgium and Italy. We'll probably switch up the engine to Belgium and Italy, get some more power in those circuits. And, 7 points. Come on. I'll have to fit that after this race. And nobody wants us. It's just the consistency. Oh, it's a wet race. Of course it is. Just the level of consistency in terms of, again, just I feel you get punished more for a mistake than you do get rewarded for good races, and I think that's kind of, there is a download update which I've got to install, which I haven't yet done in terms of recording this, but I don't know, it just feels to me slightly off there, that you get punished more than you get rewarded. So, yeah, anyway. We'll see how that goes. Alright, yeah, went Austria. Do we want to see? Maybe we just go over this in qualifying rather than we just want to get into the race anyway. Hamilton, who's leading the championship now, he's over Vettel. Kind of similar to what happened in the first season. Ferraris get off a good start, and the Mercedes take over in the mid part of the season. Raikkonen, Bottas. Then we have Verstappen, what a surprise. Massa and, no, they're around the other way this time around. Grosjean, Ocon up in 10th, the prick. Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Stroll, Palmer, me. I've out-qualified. Sainzy boy, that's a good thing. Alonso, Van Dorn, and Verline and Ericsson. Alright, let's do this. It's Inter's race, not a full wets. Can we last a lap? All our retirements have come on the first lap. I don't want to jinx it, but we're underway here in Austria. Alright. We've got a racy Grosjean up there. I'm not going to cut across to the right as my teammate will take the inside line. I'm just going to brake there to avoid damaging my front wing on Lance Stroll. Poor start there. Very, very poor start. I've dropped back 3 positions. Oh, I have to brake there as Alonso decides to go for a casual Stroll, not a Lance Stroll, on the racing line. That enables me to flick it over to the inside here to get some positions coming up the hill. And I should be up higher than this. Poor start, but we've got to finish 15th or higher. And we're in 13th at the moment. Oh, hold on to it just. And we're in our Canadian position of 12th. See, one of the shortest circuits on the calendar, the Red Bull Ring. might actually be the shortest circuit. I think Monaco is technically the shortest in terms of length, but obviously that takes a little bit of time to get around. I think in terms of lap time, Austria is the shortest. We're going to shove one up the inside here of the Renault. Oh, yep. We're going to make that stick. Yep. Suck on that Palmer. Alright. We've got our buddy from the last race ahead. It's the big okay. Let's make the little prick pay. Prevent him from getting a point today. What do you reckon, folks? And then our rivals ahead of him, Grosjean. That will be nice. How's our fuel looking? Oh, yep. We're going to whack that up into rich mode with a lap in hand. And we're going to sniff some points. Yep, we're going to shove this right up the inside of you, Esteban. Surprise! I don't think we're going to hold on to that, though, are we? Oh, we will. Oh, warning. Collision with Ocon. I'm so upset. Not. Fuckhead. Alright. Well, we're in the points. Oh, not going to be if I do that. Oh, hold on to it. Hold on to it. We do. I'm going to get outsped here, though, by Palmer. Going to cost me some time there. And going to put me into the defensive mode more so than the offensive. Oh, held my breath there slightly. Oh, goodness. Well, good news as well. We haven't damaged the front wing. Good news is Ocon's dropped back at least a 12th. I think that revenge was quite satisfactory, don't you? Good news is the pace seems to be okay, that even though we made that mistake, we're reeling in Grosjean. Fuel sitting okay. It's wasted a lot of fuel for putting it in rich mode. Still got a bit in hand. Just monitor that situation because the speed seems to be working in catching Grosjean. Though Palmer is hovering around my little anus. I was trying to say anus and I went to say whatever that is. Sound like a Chandler Bing quote. Oh god, again I've just got in too deep there. Just my braking point in the wet. I've just gotten a little bit too cautious, a little bit overconfident. Not cautious, the other one, Ben. Opposite end of the spectrum, cautious and overconfident. And so again, you can just see me losing the car out of it, the understeer on it. Still realise that we are in the points right now. Just 1 point. So we got in Russia. Got to bounce back from the disappointment of Baku. And I'm going to say disappointment of Canada, even though we finished. Finished Monaco. Do you remember that? Yeah. Still, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix is our real bogey circuit. We've never finished it. Alright. How's the fuel looking? Oh, goodness. I think we're going to have to put it down to standard there. And only put it up if we get closer here to Grosjean. We don't want to run out of fuel. So we're going to play a little bit conservatively. We're in the top 15 where Jeffrey wants us. We're in a point, which will be a bit of a bonus. And obviously we're not going to match the highs of 4th last year here. Take that corner a little bit better, although we get sliding out of it a little bit more. Be nice if, again, still no incidents from any other cars. I know we technically had Hamilton go off in Spain, which caught me off guard, but that's a first lap incident. We've had a few of those in the game, which doesn't really count. I want somebody like mid-race to go off or have an engine failure, which supposedly is meant to happen. And yeah, I get it, it's probably more so in the longer races, fair enough, but, you know, again, as I've mentioned before, in like NBA 2K17, if you do, 2-minute quarters, they still kind of simulate the statistics to kind of balance out. So why can't they do that here? And same with, say, your engine wear and stuff like that. I feel as though I don't get punished at all for using an engine for a lot longer than I probably should. So, yeah, just little things I've noticed. Again, these might be bugs that they could fix. Obviously, there is a patch or there's a new update for me to install. So, obviously, there's always little patches and things that they're going to iron out. Nothing can be perfect on release day. How are we looking at the petrol? No, we're not going to catch them. We don't want to risk it. I mean, we're still sort of hanging on to the back here ever slightly. And we're just in standard mode. So, it's not like we're falling into the pass of Palmer based on being on standard. And I just don't think we're going to have enough laps to catch old Romain in front of us here. It's a bit disappointing, but c'est la vie, I guess. Oh, okay. I think that mistake on lap 1 really cost me any real opportunity of going after Romain, which is a bit of a bummer, but again, we'll take 10th here. It's a point. A point's a point. Hopefully I can start a bit of a string of results that can get me noticed by some teams. And get me some upgrade points. I'll at least get enough upgrade points here that I'll be able to fit in a new part ahead of Britain. So that's another positive. Lewis Hamilton wins the Grand Prix. He's going to win another championship here, folks. I'm going to come into the last corner, and I'm going to get 10th position. Yeah. We'll take it. Jeffrey?
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Not even a congratulations, you rude prick. There we go. 10th in Austria. So, yeah, okay. Another underperformance at a circuit I should do a lot better at, but it was raining, so... There we go. Alright, so we're going to be off to Britain next. Let's, yay, celebrate, woohoo. Let's just have a look at what happened off the old starty liney there. As you will see, yeah, I back up. That's sort of thing. I got held up so much there at the start. I just played it so cautiously that held me up and nearly got taken out by some Saubers again. And look at how racy they are, the damn little scary bastards. They get held up by Alonso, who decides that he wants to walk on the racing line, probably complaining to his team and not getting penalised for it. So I dive bomb up here in the inside and get towards Magnussen, who won't suck my balls. Anyway, right, cool. So Hamilton from Vettel, Bottas, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Verstappen, Massa, Perez, Grosjean, and myself. If we take a look at the championship, no change, although I do sneak back up into the top 10. Hamilton now 8 points clear of Vettel, Raikkonen, Bottas, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Massa, Perez, Grosjean, and myself. Constructors, no change there either. Ferrari still lead, 32 points over Mercedes, Red Bull, Williams, Force India, Haas House at Toro, Rosso, and Renault. McLaren, Sauber, no score. Let's move forward to Britain. Thanks for Casual Gamer Oz viewership. You're welcome. I don't know why I'm thanking myself, but whatever. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will speak to you in Britain. Good night.